I'm down if you're down. Cause I'm down if you're down. Cause I'm down if you're down. Baby, are you down for real? I get worried when I'm not with you. Go and tell me how you feel. Is it reciprocated when I miss you? Baby, are you down for real? Or is it just talk? I can't tell. Say you love me but you shut me out. Can't help but wonder if there's someone else. I've been waiting on you, banking on you, baby. Hating that you thinking that I'm changing. Fuck all of the games that you've been playing. Fuck all those facades that you displaying. You hit me up when you down bad. Otherwise you don't doubt back. Got me thinking I should doubt back. You better not leave me on. I done been there first, and I've been on the other side. Guess I get what I deserve, yeah. Cause I'm down if you're down. 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 Baby, are you down for real? I get worried when I'm not with you. Go and tell me how you feel. Is it reciprocated when I miss you? Baby, are you down for real? Or is it just talk? I can't tell. Say you love me but you shut me out. Can't help but wonder if there's someone else.
My heart breaks when you call my phone. Why can't you just leave me alone? Just leave me alone. Hey, hey. My heart breaks when you call my phone. Why can't you just leave me alone? I can't escape the way you made me feel. You made me feel. Hey. My heart breaks when you call my phone. Why can't you just leave me alone? I can't escape the way. So I'm trapped out, yeah, I don't know what to do. I'ma fall in the back of my coupe. Shout out to my brother in that coat, ayy, ayy. I got 2 damn phones, call me Kevin Gates. Get these bands, lock them up, put them in a race. Don't need no safe, we get all our feelings change. Don't feel the same, no, I don't wanna feel this way. I can't escape, you know, no. My heart is racing, no, no. You took my place and I can't take it back, no, take it back. My heart breaks when you call my phone. Why can't you just leave me alone? I can't escape the way you made me feel, ayy. My heart breaks when you call my phone. Why can't you just leave me alone? I can't escape the way you made me feel, ayy.
There's a ghost that lives in my head. Acts like a friend, but feels like a stranger. Runs his mouth when I try to sleep. He's my enemy and my entertainer. Sorry if I wasn't listening. So many things I wish that I could say, but they just don't come out. And sorry if I'm such a fucking mess. Caught up in a cycle trying to get out, but I don't know how. I'm so tired of the distance from the things I say and the things I want. I'm so tired lately, I'm so tired. There's a ghost that lives in my head. Acts like a friend, but feels like a stranger. Runs his mouth when I try to sleep. He's my enemy and my entertainer. hear the shit he says. Tried to medicate him, but it only made him louder. It's almost like we're Siamese. He can't go on without me. There's a ghost that lives in my head, acts like a friend, but feels like a stranger. Runs his mouth when I try to sleep. He's my enemy and my entertainer. And I won't let him out of sight. Until he's 6 feet in my mind. And so I hope this is goodbye. Pull the curtains one last time.
It's so hard to breathe sometimes. Laying here, I feel like there's a knife in my chest. Been so long, my chest went dry.
What the fuck is happening in this chat? And what's this song? Hold up, wait a minute. Sorry, I was brushing my teeth and I came back to this shit. What's happening in here? You sharded your pants, Chris? Why'd you do that? Not the talkies at 11 or 12 o'clock. Hold on, wait a minute. What are you doing with talkies?
Every time I run it up again. How come every time I look at you feel like I'm on a camp? Why is it every time I pull up on you ask me where I've been? I don't like where it's headed, I wanna start again. How come everything went right when you left? Now I'm chasing money, I'm not waiting for your text. Now I got a half-year rent on my neck. They say money's not the key, but it got me the keys to my Benz. Everybody switch up, that's a put that's hard to swallow. Got a little pistol, but the metal tip's hollow. I was going crazy, yeah, running from my shadow. I got homies every state, yeah, trying to see them shine. They say money
Not the toothbrushing segment. Talkies are good. What's that got?
City with a top down. Bruce Wayne, hate to see you win it, so I pulled up with my new gang. Flexing for these women, now I put a Gucci shades on. And when I'm at your mama's house, can I keep my J's on? Stuck up at my crib, I feel better when I'm outside. Stuck up on his hoe, cause his shawty let me tongue tied. And every time we ask, shawty wanna turn the lights off. And why they always trying me, I'm tired of being nice. Yeah, like every time I run it up again. How come every time I look at you feel like I'm on the camp? Why is it every time I pull up on you ask me where I've been? I don't like where it's headed, I wanna start again. How come everything went right when you left? Now I'm chasing money, I'm not waiting for your text. Now I got a half-year rent on my neck. They say money's not the key, but it got me the keys to my Benz. I was plotting on a limb, I'll be fine in my Benz. Feel like no one really care about me till I'm on the edge. Why you say I'm selfish, hope you take back what you said. I've been counting blue and green, yeah. I don't want a Honda, yeah, I'm swerving in a big block. Yeah, I'm with your bitch and I'm in my Gucci flip-flops. I spent a rack on my jeans, Fuck it all, I'm just doing me. That's what I was raised to. Money fall on my jewelry, yeah, I'm trying to be grateful. Yeah, I know that I'm ready for it all. I feel like little baby cause I'm tired of being tired. Zooming in this foreign off the Addy, yeah, I'm wired. Feel like every time I run it
up, I run it up again. How come every time I look at you feel like I'm on a chem? Why is it every time I pull up on you ask me where I've been? I don't like where it's headed, I wanna start again. How come everything went right when you left? Now I'm chasing money, I'm not waiting for your text. Now I got a half-year rent on my neck. They say money's not the key, but it got me the keys to my Benz.
You say you gon' leave me for someone else. Yeah, you broke my heart and left it out for sale. I don't know how it hurts, it feels like I'm in hell. Cause you keep on leaving me for someone else. Cause you do it often. Cause you do it often. You left a heart in a coffin. Yeah, heart in a coffin. Yeah, cause you do it often.
Alright.
Cause you do it often.
How have I been? Well, I've been tired. I've been okay though. Just tired. How have you been? How's the YouTube coming along? I just started posting more videos again on YouTube. I kind of took a long hiatus because I ran out of clips. So now I have a bunch that I can upload again. But I think I need to play a different game to get better clips. I need more multiplayer stuff. My friends are so busy though. Alright, what was I gonna do? I was gonna do something. I don't remember what the fuck I was gonna do. That's right, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to look at a website real quick before I started playing this. I just want to... There we go. Yeah, I saw the vids on YouTube. I think I like and comment on some. Yeah, the Stanley... Oh, yeah, I do need to still play more of the Stanley Parable. No, I want to play Half Sword first. I'm confused on the Stanley Parable. I feel like I've done everything, but I don't know, maybe I haven't. Yeah, I'm happy with Half Sword. I mean, I can play the Stanley Parable. It'll make a difference. If you got stuff to do, I can play that first. The fuck was I gonna do? Oh yeah, that's right. Spender. And play with your friends if you have time. That's what I'm saying. That's what we normally play, but they're not. I mean, they're so busy. We would be playing that right now, but actually, let me check. I bet one of them's probably on Assassin's Creed right now. Let's see. Yeah, it says he's currently playing Assassin's Creed right now. I don't know how accurate that is, though. Not busy today? Well, it's good to hear you know a busy day. Hold on, let me see what he's doing. But we would need more people. That's the thing. We would only have 2, I think. Trying to see who all's at work. I don't know. Message him. I'll see. Got time to watch the stream. Sick. Sorry, I'm looking at a couple things real quick before I get into it. This is stuff I'm going to buy after. You know what I'm saying? After I end stream. I'll get it. Don't worry about it right now. Just eat. Oh my god. Sometimes I wonder with these fucking kids. See, I just don't like this. I want... "30 seconds after you started stream, which is early." Yeah, that was pretty fast. So I assume then what? Then you got the... Do you have the... Probably the notifications on, right? Oh, God bless America. Where were those? There we go. That's what we're looking for. Let's do this. There's only 6. That was really fast. I'm actually... I appreciate it, for sure. Okay, we'll just do that. That's kind of annoying, but I'll take it. And notifications just clicked on Twitch for some reason. Wow. Somebody's telling you something. It's just telling you, hey, watch this guy, you know? He's kind of good at what he does sometimes. I like to think I'm entertaining occasionally. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Damn. Guess I'll do this. Continue. Spender. I think I'm done now. You are entertaining. Hey, appreciate that. Get this out of the way. Get this out of the way. Here we do this. We'll do the Stanley Parable first because I'm pretty sure I'm almost done with everything on it. Since that's what you're wanting. We'll do that. Alright, bet. Cool. We'll just pause this for now so I can get into it. Let me do some of this action. Oh, we have a sub goal, by the way. I put that up there at the top. I put a sub goal bar up there for once. Okay, so what now? Okay, thank you. I don't know why he's telling me that. That's Shybot. I have to figure out how to, because I use like a different thing for my bot. I need to figure out how I can get it to respond back to people. Kind of like Nightbot does. Oh no, not an ad. At least it warns you. Apparently. Why what? Wait, I'm confused. Why 150? It's the lowest that I can do. Twitch they gotta make their money too. All right. All right. Please just let her until the dog and cat are friends. Wow. He really did say he was going to add new sliders. I said the number 9. Please just slider until you stop adjusting the slider. What the hell? I'm gonna wait for this ad to end. I think it's almost over, right? Yo, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. You know, I never know how to say your name. Is it Fidelia? Is that how you say that? Sorry, I'm waiting for the ad to end, so homeboy. Kinda, yeah. Well, I'm very bad at pronouncing names. It's Swedish. Oh yeah, that's right. You are Swedish. I forgot. That's right. I can just do this however long I want. We'll just do it right there. Which of the 2 made-up words below is most appealing to you? I like Scrumtush. These ads are diabolical. Yeah. I have it at the lowest setting that it'll let me set it on. It shows me. So it shows me a bar, right? I don't know if you've ever seen like the Twitch ads like page and stuff, but it shows you the bar and it shows you a point on that bar where you can make potential income. I have that shit below that because I don't want ads. Ads are so fucking annoying. Please don't adjust the slider. Cool. Why would I want people to watch ads instead of me, you know? Do I know what time it is right now? Yeah, I mean, I got a watch and a phone and a computer. Is the time that it is right now the correct time? I think so. What is time anyways? True. Is there anything about yourself you haven't told me? I mean, I haven't really told you anything, but sure. No. Help. Yes. Yes. You know, there's a trophy for this game to play the entire duration of a Tuesday. Does that make sense? Let me see if I can pull up the trophies again. Hold on. Where's Steam? I want the trophies. Here we go, achievements. I don't know what this 88888 is. Test achievement, speed run, complete that. I can probably do that. Don't play this game for 10 years. This is achievement. And then the entire day of a Tuesday. So that would mean I'd have to leave this game on while I sleep, right? Because 12 a.m. is the start of a new day. You might know what this 888888888 bullshit is? I'm just gonna press 8 when I join. See what happens.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Yeah.
Stanley worked.
It's never different. I'm pushing it. I'm just pushing the 8 button. Don't let me do nothing. Is there like an 8 door?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm not taking the bucket. What if I take the bucket? I'm not taking the bucket.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Yeah, that's the
he
problem. I
entered the
feel like
door on
I've
his
done
left.
everything. Oh yeah, I didn't find all of these. Stairs. Something to do with stairs. The last one's on some stairs. However, I don't know.
Coming to a
Stairs.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
These are. Oh,
And there it is.
I found
The
it.
last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for
You're a
the
bit
sake
Swedish
of
as
doing
well.
it.
What?
Where so many people
That's
expect to
crazy.
be rewarded for the most trivial achievements,
I'm like
you've
98%
insisted that
sure
a job well done is its
That's where my
own
family
reward.
originated from, was
I
Sweden.
would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be
Well,
like
thanks.
a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here.
Wow.
And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
I was just playing this game. What if I take the bucket down here? I don't think I've taken the bucket down here. Oh, I can't because the door's shut. I gotta play this through.
But Stanley just couldn't do
Doesn't
it.
this just keep
He
repeating?
considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And
This
in
just
such a
keeps
competitive
repeating, I'm pretty
economy,
sure.
why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
I don't know.
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he
I wish I
went?
could skip this.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream.
No, I'm pretty wide awake.
What a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring... This is the real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Whoa!
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun.
I gotta bring the bucket down
and
here.
Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Hey,
Now the
go
voice was
follow and
describing
subscribe
itself
to all
being
those.
considered
And
by
join
Stanley,
those.
who found it
You know, join the
particularly
Discord,
strange. I'm
follow the
dreaming about a
TikTok,
voice
subscribe,
describing
or
me,
follow on
thinking
X.
about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be?
I'm gonna
Was
fucking
Stanley
hang
simply
myself.
deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back,
What
the
was
fresh
happening?
air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
Mm-hmm.
I am okay.
Okay. Where we at? Still on the same bullshit.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I?
I wonder what happens if I bring... I really gotta bring the bucket
And
down here.
everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Excuse me?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place
Oh, this is
of
me
work.
being dead.
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I
Not the
am
normal.
in control of my mind. I know what is real
What, honey?
and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way,
Good job.
seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the
Good
meeting
job.
she had
You know you could
scheduled
have
for
asked me
that
to.
day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this,
He's
so
already
it
done
was
eating.
only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
The scene. I'm gonna take the bucket down there. Oh, reset everything. Like, the balloons are gone and everything.
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines, those figglers. I haven't stopped thinking.
1 second. This is different. 1 second. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm
About
fucking
them since you
loving it.
nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the
Yeah,
brim
what's back
with
there?
inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me
Look,
with
the
one
mouse
more
is up
trip
there, too.
back
That's
to the
funny.
memory zone? I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines just one more time.
Wow. Magic. How beautiful. What? Yours is charging right now. No. Because, what do you mean, why? I see. Yep.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
Alright. Am I supposed to walk toward this? What's that? Seven of 6. Hold up. Oh my goodness.
And here was a
8
second
of 6.
Stanlerine. You found this one all on your own, just by poking around in the boss's bathroom. You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest. Back then, I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
Mundane, unremarkable. I don't know if that was necessary for him to fucking say.
Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini stand? Can you remember? No. The warehouse was the 4th place you found a fig anime, not the 3rd. Well, I guess perhaps I shouldn't be surprised. Memories like these are so precious and so cherished that they all just sort of blend together, don't they?
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
If the warehouse feels like the 3rd place you found a collectible, then who am I to go making judgments?
Whoa.
Let's see. What came next?
Not
Oh,
this.
Yes, we found a figly in this pink room. Oh, well, I can't actually say I remember
No,
being
we've
in
never
this room,
seen this room.
but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
What the hell? I remember
This
this
was
room.
the 5th mini stand, and this
Yeah, it was
one
the
was
red
really
room.
something special. It was by the red and blue doors. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
What the fuck is happening? This game's so goofy. They put so much time into this fucking game. Well, one day you'll grow up and you'll have big shoes too. I see. You're real famous.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of
Does, it took
time
me
making
back
that
a lot.
video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
I ain't getting you one of these. I fucked it, the smithereens. What noise? What is this? Everett. You know what you're doing right now and you know what you're doing wrong. Buddy, there wasn't anything. There wasn't anything. That's the only thing that I did. Am I
And
going
then, Stan,
backwards?
then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine.
Yeah.
Right here, under the stairs. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the
Yeah,
others.
it did.
Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a figly and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like. And then there was no more. Because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing
Wow.
left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, Memory Zone.
That was so cool.
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on.
What the
Stop
fuck?
the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the Memory Zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels. Okay, yes, that spot under the stairs. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour
What the
of the
fuck
Memory
is
Zone,
happening?
this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going. I want more. And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we
Yeah,
watched?
I remember that video. Yeah, we're watching it again.
Yes, I love that video. Still
Here's
don't
his
remember
fucking
the pink
pink room.
room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid room. These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have neutered the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation.
Yeah.
Next one.
So glad we did it. What happens if I go this way? Nothing.
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes,
Yep.
I remember it too. The past is truly a
then the
wonderful
first one
thing.
was back
Why
this
does
way.
anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going. This is it. The very first one we found
very
in the
first
exhibit
one.
where I introduced you to the Figlarines.
The
Oh, I
Figlarines.
want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What
Keep
else
going
is
then.
there? What came before this?
Wait, what's that? Nothing came before this. It was nothing. It was just... It was nothing. Oh, it's a big spinning one. They give me the jump section. That's right. Do I get
Look,
more
it's
jumps?
the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then, but time does put a rosy filter on everything.
Yeah.
In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now. Look how much fun
Still can't
the
jump,
past
though.
is. I want more.
I
More
used them all.
memories.
Damn. Unfortunate.
Oh, yes, the two doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one.
Yeah. I assume these connect. Yeah. There's my office.
And before everything else,
Wow.
there was your office. Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office?
No, I'm pretty
There's
sure it's
something
just
I
the
feel
office.
I can remember. Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy, and I came up with a character named Stanley to do my
Stanley?
thinking for me.
That's
He would
me.
make the decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine
Whoa.
I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once
just do the
and give
white light?
Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Alright. Check this real quick. Oh, you hit me with some hydrates. Oh shit, there's 3 of them. I don't have water, but I have this. It's a hydration drink, so you know, 7-Eleven type shit. There you go. There's all three of them. All right. Let me get this off the screen here. Okay. So, so now it's back to normal, it looks like.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
That was weird.
Stanley decided to go to
I
the
want to take the
meeting room.
bucket down there.
Where are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be... Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I really wish I knew what the 88888 bullshit was. Does this change since I collected all of them? Tips to
Still
not getting
no one was
fired.
here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's
Rip
office
Franz.
was where he'd find answers.
I wonder if this is all back to normal now. And in broom closet. Can I just leave the
Coming
bucket
to a
in there one day?
staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's
No, we went
office.
downstairs.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that.
Does
and
it
in
change
such a
with the
competitive
bucket?
economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then
I think it stays
something
the same.
occurred to Stanley. Maybe,
Love
he
you,
thought to
honey.
himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket.
thought I
in his
figured the
arms.
bucket- oh,
Am
wait.
I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley
It is
thought.
different.
Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket.
Oh,
Someone
no.
else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up
I
with
mean,
someone
somebody
else's
else's
bucket?
bucket.
This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him. Stanley! Stanley, it's me! The bucket!
This fucking bucket.
Could it truly be?
Oh shit.
He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his
There's a
special
bunch of buckets. No, my bucket's got stickers.
Stanley, find me. He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore
My
his
bucket's
sanity.
got stickers.
And then
None of these got
suddenly,
stickers.
he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along.
Oh my goodness.
It was incredibly painful.
Incredibly painful.
Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
I guess I blacked out. Fuck.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security.
Not the
and
bucket
walked
of
to her
comfort.
place of work. But on
Everyone's
this
got a
particular
bucket of
day,
comfort,
her
huh?
walk was interrupted by the body of a
No, we don't
man
hang
who
on
had
that.
stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was.
He lost his
This
bucket.
man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving
Fuck
about
ad, you guys see
narrator
that shit?
describing
It's gonna
all
pop
of his
up right there,
actions
boom,
and how
fuck
everything
ads.
is predetermined
Subscribe.
and free will is an
See that sub
illusion
bar up
and it's
there?
all just
We
a
need more.
video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing
They
problems.
really got a bunch of different stories in this fucking game.
Which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself. My life kicks ass.
Do they
And
still
she
update this and
backflipped
add
all
more
the way to
stuff?
work.
That'd be cool. I'm very curious on the 10-year thing. What happens if you don't play this game for 10 years?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. A good bucket, a strong bucket, a humble bucket, a committed bucket, a bucket of culture and distinction. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was coming to a staircase. Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
That's where I found one of those figurines, is right there.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this
I think I'm
darkest
just going
moment
to,
of
I'm trying to beat it
uncertainty,
as fast
he
as
would
I
be
can.
right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place?
It looks like 2 of them.
These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
I don't even trust the damn
But
bucket.
here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content.
Is there
Walking,
an 8 in this?
Eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
I'm not worried about
As
it.
the
I'll go back
cold
to it
reality
eventually.
of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never... Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness.
Mm-hmm.
Was it over?
Yes.
Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and
it stopped.
What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed?
No.
An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave.
No.
Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, or go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No, no, no. Stanley can't leave this place, not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
That was it, right? So if I do it without grabbing the bucket...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm just going to do everything fast.
When Stanley came to a set of two
Everything
open
fast
doors,
and correct.
He entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
No.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Come on.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Thank you. I wasted a lot of my time.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength
We're on a
to
time
find
schedule
out?
here.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley,
no, there's nobody there,
one
though.
of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be
Coming
true.
down.
Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided... blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Over.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. Wow. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his.
Mine.
And that was all he needed to know.
All I needed to know.
It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing.
The only thing worth fucking knowing. Who cares about anything else? Yeah, I wish I could, but you're not fucking letting me, so...
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Wow. I didn't beat it in 4 fucking minutes and whatever many seconds. I don't know what other things there are. I'll try to find them eventually. I might just Google and see what I can find. All right, 1 second. I'm gonna do this. Some of this.
Repetition after repetition every day, but I just wanna start a fire, burning up all of the bridges that are in my way, fulfilling all of my desires. Wait, my selfish masquerade won't bring me grace. My stupid dedication runs my life. This is not a paradise. I get knocked down and I'm paralyzed. And lately I've been terrified, but I won't drown by my own device. I'm losing sight. A lot, not a little. It's true, I'm fine, but I'm lost in the rhythm. Revelation after revelation I've survived. No, I just wanna go higher, learning up from all the people that are in my life.
not a little. It's true, I'm fine, but I'm lost in the rhythm. I'm lost in the rhythm. I'm lost in the rhythm.
Let's fucking go, dude. Gotta get that counter on. Could I get the weapon, please? Sometime today would be lovely. I don't know. Yes. Oh my. Just cut your fucking arm off, buddy. You're trying to need that to swing at me, don't you? I gave him the Joker smile. That might have just killed him immediately. Easy.
Too much has been lost while lost and born.
Scalped your shit, buddy. I was gonna say, there's no shot that guy lives that, right? This kind of shit makes you want to give up, huh? Take a seat, pussy. You ever feel like you're losing, just shove him over and do some dumb shit like that. I'm really not sure how he's screaming right now. My whole blade went into his face. Oh shit, bitch, hold up. Fuck your neck. Fuck out of here with that shit. You thought you won that one, didn't you? Fucking thought you won that one. Not my fucking humble abode, pussy boy. How'd that hip feel? How'd that hip feel? Huh? How'd that fucking chin feel? Have mercy, he was about to say. I've heard this song before. This one's good.
I'm a loner, red dreads, cold heart, a stoner. I'm hardly ever sober. You slipped up, so I stole all along. I'm a loner, red dreads, cold heart, a stoner. I'm hardly ever sober. You slipped up, so I stole all along. I need someone there to be the one to be the sun.
Oh my goodness. I cut his whole fucking top of his head off. It's right here. That's crazy. fact that that guy thought he was gonna get out of that without being hurt is kind of crazy. Gotta get him on the backswing too. Damn, that was twice in the same spot, buddy.
Speaking with a purse, not of
Give up. You're done. You're cooked, buddy.
thy driver is throwing.
Oh, they want to hit. The talent it takes to use that fucking weapon is just absolutely god awful.
I'm not the one to sit around and try to rectify all of my actions. Yeah, I know I'm just an asshole. Tried to blame me, try to hit me with the Rick roll, but then I came back, then I hit you with the swift flow. I'm fucked up and insecure, I wear a mask though. All that I wanted was a taste of all the better days, but now you got me smoking on this fucking lemon haze. Your lips are something that I'll never ever taste again. Got cheated on too many times, look at the damages. Fuck you and fuck all your friends. I don't like you, I don't want this shit. I said fuck you and fuck all your friends. Fuck you, yeah, fuck you. Fuck you and fuck all your friends. I don't like you, I don't want this shit. I said fuck you and fuck all your friends. Fuck you.
How the fuck is that guy even alive? Pray for that, pussy lips. Keep praying for it. Hold up. You thought you were gonna hide under there? Fuck you thought this was? Drag your fucking nasty ass ugly face across the dirt. Give me a shit weapon. Hold up. Fuck you thought this was, huh?
Speaking with a proud for our people.
Some people. That's good, because I was about to smack you right in your fucking forehead. Oh shit, buddy, your brain is showing. How are you walking? Buddy, your brain is showing. God, he tried so hard. What a trooper that guy was, huh? His whole brain was fucking out for the world to see. I'll get you on one of those fucking swings. Oh, this is where I die. Sack of shit, pussy. Oh, you thought it was gonna be nice. Thought I was gonna just let you go. Not in this fucking humble abode. Not today, bitch. Fuck your weapon. Stick it up your ass. Don't fucking grab me. Ever fucking think.
Might we not find them a path of peace?
I hope I haunt you forever. I hope that all your friends ask about me. They don't know you without
Good thing you gave up, buddy.
What gain is there in blood spilled?
Because she's about to get the fucking handful.
tell you they miss us when you go home for Christmas. And every word you read, every place you see, everyone you meet reminds you of me and how you'll never do better. Hope it haunts you forever. I hope I haunt you forever.
Oakley X 100 Thieves. That's cool, but I don't wear Oakley.
I hope I haunt you forever.
sick and no quarrel with thee, neither.
Give up, buddy.
What gain is there in
Millie.
bloodshed?
Can you go see if Rhett's awake? Okay. I'm about to give you guys your tablets. Yeah, I'm about to get them for you guys.
My bravery is proven.
Still drowning in the thought I'll never be enough. Looking at myself and thinking he doesn't deserve your love.
Let go of me. Let go of me.
I'm not human, it's just a subliminal act. I think I'm losing my mind, working overtime till my heartbeat stops on a dime.
Fucking second. Fucking shit.
Reason, rule, and where rage might reign.
He really fucked my shit there. That was such a lucky shot. God damn it.
I'm staring at these walls, I think I might go insane. How can I feel something when nothing's felt the same? I guess it's wishful thinking that I can live a life without the torment of my demons and the knives. I think I saw a ghost staring back at me through the mirror, reaching through my soul as I dissociate the feeling of feeling again. I'm overthinking my whole life. I feel numb inside, but I'm still in emotion. No softy, can't handle it when I cry. I get overwhelmed with emotions. Feels like I'm lost with motion. I live my life in the VNY. Don't so avec no. I think I saw a ghost staring back at me through the mirror. Don't recognize myself as I dissociate the feeling of feeling again.
What is the he won't
And I don't think Rhett's doing it. I think you are. And then you're coming to me to fix it because you keep breaking it. Stop breaking it off. Honey, then who else would be doing it? Because I've never seen Rhett touch that thing.
Y'all don't really see me no more. Y'all don't even hit my phone. Starting to think that you just want my phone. Turn it into PM and the PM. Cause Parker homie ain't nobody need him, no. 50 requests.
Oh, yeah?
DMs, but they don't wanna talk, they just scheming. No, nobody came to my party. I'm all alone. Maybe they just started texting me. Sorry, told me they got me. I'm all alone, so bitch, you don't got me. Hey, yeah, I know I'm not a mind reader. Hey, but quit fronting like the line leader. Nobody came to my party, drinking alone till my vision foggy.
Alright, I'll be right back. 1 second.
No one's pulling up, no one's pulling up, and no one pulling up, and no one pulling up, no one's pulling up, no one's pulling this cake alone. Hey, maybe all my homies running late. All that stop and go traffic caught up on the interstate, yeah. And this girl I'm texting ain't say no to a date, but she ain't pulled up to the crib. Guess I'm missing out on cake. Blow my candles out. I just wish that people could commit. If you ain't down for the count and start counting down from 10, can't even count on motherfuckers who like PM count me in. Cause in reality, I know they not showing up in the end, yeah. How's it feel when you know people wanna end, yeah? Scared to make friends, I wanna where it ends up. They might use me for some clout and about. What's that about? When you need them, turns out they can't even give a fuck. Okay, just don't tell me that you coming. If you never plan on coming, I ain't fucking with no bluffing. Oh, now I got trust issues, so like I can't ever trust them. I just got the cold shoulder, now I'm down there over tussing. Nobody came to my party, I'm all alone. Maybe they just started texting me. Sorry, told me they got me, I'm all alone. alone, so bitch, you don't got me. Hey, yeah, I know I'm not a mind reader, ay, but quit frontin' like the line leader. Nobody came to my party, drinking alone, till my vision foggy. I hate being home. Keep checking my phone. I might need a code. Motherfuckers cold. Hate being alone. I hate being home. Keep looking at my phone. I might need a code, cause y'all motherfuckers cold. Tell me why the hell nobody came to my party. I'm all alone. Maybe they just started texting me sorry, told me they got me. I'm all alone, so bitch, you don't got me. Hey, yeah, I know I'm not a mind reader, ay, but quit frontin' like the line leader. Nobody came to my party, drinking alone, till my vision foggy.
Keep it together, don't let the people know. Hope that the weather in your head really goes. Keep it together, don't let the people know. How bad the weather in your head really goes. You don't want to feel like a burden at 16, the world turns so cold. So keep it together, don't let the tears hit the floor. I wonder what the hell is wrong with me. Why can I barely breathe? I just want to feel normal for one. I'm really trying my best to see everything that I can be, but it's really hard right now. So I keep it together, don't let the people know. How bad the weather in your head really goes. You don't want to feel like a burden at 16, the world turns so cold. So keep it together, don't let the tears hit the floor. Keep it together, don't let the people know. How bad the weather in your head really goes. You don't want to feel like a burden at 16, the world turns so cold. So keep it together, don't let the tears hit the floor. I'm really trying my best to see everything that I can be, but it's really hard right now.
My throat is swollen from the talk. I wanna be someone I'm not, forcing the key into the
Might we not find a path of peace?
baby, you're right. I always got something to say. When it should matter to me, I'm on the way, trying to get out of this place. Why is it that no one told me everything would get so fucking loud? Everything would be so lonely if we